hello, and welcome to Maria and Regi Show. You might be surprised that I don't have Mr. Regi Rodgers today. It's because he is traveling across the nation, giving his public speaking about relationship, and due to his traveling conditions, I have to come in and actually entertain you guys or answer any questions that you may have. I hope you guys have. But today, we're gonna do this a little bit differently since I don't have my co host, Mr. Rogers. Please be safe there. He will be back in April for the next following show. And this week, I decided to actually feature my co-host, Mr. Regi Rodgers, answers and questions on his site. And if you guys have any questions about the questions and answer, you can go to his page on Facebook and also on his website. His Facebook account is C. Regi Rodgers, the number one relationship coach. And you can also find him on YouTube or on his website, which is Regi, Regi, Rodgers, Rodgers.com. And you can actually find all the things that I'm going to be talking about today. Um, First of all, before I go to the topic, I just want to actually give my heartfelt, um, I wouldn't say condolence, but to all our nation right now who's suffering on coronavirus. And all I would like to say about this tragic moment in our life is please be unite with loved ones, unite with friends, stay calm, um, embrace the situation right now. Let's all pray all together. Please let us unite together. We will pass all of this going on right now. But anyways, I also wanted to all those people who just joined us here. As you can see, I don't have Mr. Rogers with me today, our number one relationship coach. He is traveling around the nation doing his public speaking about relationship. So I am just gonna be, this is gonna be a really short talk topic today. What do you do to take back control of your life after a bad breakup? That is his questions and answer last week on his site, on his Facebook page. And when what Mr. Regi Rodgers, our number one relationship coach, do all the time, every week, is he put out a question for you women out there, and every Tuesday he put out a question, and then on Wednesday he comes up with a video answering the questions and also addressing all the answers of all the women that goes into his page. So our topic for today is what do you do to take back control of your life after a bad breakup? These are the answers that a lot of women actually commented on that post, and these are some few of the comments that we get. It's really funny when I was going through all the answers of different women in our society. I was like blown away. We have different way of coping up when we are in a bad breakup. Everybody goes through it. Nobody actually is I would say nobody can, when you are in a relationship, you put yourself out there, and you either become happy forever, or if there's comes up, you're gonna get into breakup, and breakup is always one of the tragic moment in our life, especially bad breakup. And even though it's not bad, it's still, we still feel that pain, we still feel that, that heartache, even though what is the case of the breakup. But the question that Mr. Regi Rodgers asked is, what do you do to take back control of your life after a bad breakup? And these are the answers of the women on his page. First is take a high dosage of full spectrum CBD every day to process what just happened, and then cry, try to read everything about why men are so horrible, and sleep a lot. I am not gonna name names who answered or who actually did all this answer, or who answered this these comments, but I'm just gonna give you a little bit about what I think. At the end of this video, we're gonna put up the video of our number one relationship coach, Mr. Regi Rodgers, what he thinks all about all these comments, and also we're gonna see what is his hands answer, what is the right answer. Being a coach, he will be able to actually answer the questions that he put out there. So take a high dosage of full spectrum CBD. Woman, what are you thinking? I think that's not healthy, and that's not gonna help. That's not gonna help you at all. I think you said on the last part, sleep a lot. I think that's a good thing. Sleep a lot. Sleep a lot, cry a lot, because it helps you. You are releasing that pain in your heart. So number two, other woman who actually commented, take a deep breath and do your best life. Yes, take a deep breath, analyze, kind of analyze what had happened. What are the good things, good memories with this man, and why did you love this man, and then why it came to an end. So whatever is the case is, still do you, take do your best life. And then the other comment says, adult competitive sports. You gotta go travel, do music, art, dinners, brunches, time with friends, go movies, read books, go wine tasting, drink coffee, delicious teas, painting, remodel, refurbish things, clean out your closet. It's really good to clean out your closets, especially some clothes has been bought by this man for you. I think it's either you decide if you want to throw it away or keep it for sentimental value. I don't know, but she also says that get organized and realize life just got better because your options for a better life just blew wide open. I truly, being single, truly being single, sometimes that's true. I think we have to accept the things that happen to us. It is what it is. I came from a breakup. It's not a bad breakup, it's been a good breakup, but it's still, I still had to go through the pain, and analyzing myself, evaluating what had happened, and it's still a really hurtful situation. And what I did is I did some of the things that she said. Get organized. I love that part. Get organized, and then open the door has opened wide for you for a better, maybe to get a better man or maybe worse man, I don't know, but yeah, it's the door has just opened for you. I like that. That is a positive thinking. And then another woman said, I don't think it's what you do, I think it's just takes time, because even when you're traveling or drinking or smoking or whatever, you still think about the bad breakup. You still get hurt regardless. Time heals when you got hurt. Yes, time heals. I'm gonna actually share with you one of the things that I did when I broke up with, I would say, one of the best boyfriend I ever had. I broke up in November, and then in the end of December I went on vacation for a month. And before I went to a vacation, I told myself, I think I'm not going to my vacation. I think I'm gonna cancel my vacation, and face this heads on. I'm gonna actually deal with it. And but then I still went on vacation. I didn't actually follow my guts or my, what I'm thinking at that time. So I went on vacation, and then on my vacation, I went ballistic, like drinking every single night, partying every night, and trying to hide that heartbreak that I had and put it behind my head and everything. I came back to the United States, and guess what happened? Still going through with the hurt feelings, with the heartache that I left behind me when on vacation and come back and still feeling it. So it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to actually not face your heartache heads on. Go cry a lot, because time will heal. Time will heal you. The other woman that actually commented on that post, by the way, for those who just joined in, the question is, what do you do to take back control of your life after a bad breakup? Not good, right? Bad breakup. And this is the questions that our number one relationship coach, Mr. C. Regi Rodgers, put on his page last week. For every woman to answer, actually, and then he answered it with a video on the next day, which is every Wednesday. So one of the women says, positive affirmations: eat well, work out well, travel, and live well. Like my case, I actually traveled and kind of tried to forget what happened. So if you travel, make sure you still carry that pain and face that pain, that heartbreak, heads on. Don't put it behind you, and live well. And then the other woman said, you do you. Since you have been taking care of that jerk, LOL, so now more time for your own beautiful life. I love that. I love that. If it's a bad breakup, maybe yes, he is a jerk. And then the other woman said, spending a lot of time with my girlfriends to get that support and love, and doing a lot of working out. So she work out. You know what? I've been working out for this past 5 months now, and honestly, it works out. It's not only for a bad breakup, but a bad day at work, or maybe when you feeling sad, lonely, or anger in your heart. I think the workout works so well. I think I highly recommend that. No matter what you're doing, it's very healthy. It's not only for that moment that you're feeling that sadness or loneliness or heartbreak. It's also good for your body. So I think that actually can heal a lot of things in your body, not only for your your heart breaking. And then one other woman said, oh, this is the other one: exercise, healthy lifestyle, stay clear of alcohol. Good. Well, not in my case. I love my alcohol. And any type of drugs, including marijuana products, as they all can be depressants. Stay away from depressants, medicine, actually. Not good. When you're depressed, you know what happened? Our mind actually blow us away and we go cuckoo. Process the feelings when you're lifting a weight or running on the treadmill. Then get out there and live like never before. Prayers for your heart and lots of healing sent your way. So I think I like that. I think we have to, when you are in a bad breakup, I think I like the part where you stay a lot with your friends, and when you go home, because I am 100% sure they're not gonna be with you 24 hours. So make sure you cry when you're by yourself. Cry. I remember one of my employee, when I had when I broke up with my boyfriend a few years ago. One of my employee told me to go home, cry a lot, and watch Netflix. I think that works. I think that's a good idea. And then another girl says meditate. And another girl said, learn to be alone and cope with the pain. And like what I keep on saying since the beginning of this show, make sure, hi Michael, since the beginning of this show, I said, uh, um, fight that heartbreak heads on. You need, I actually, what I learned is, I actually embrace that pain. I'll feel that pain, that is, that pain that you feel after after a breakup, is make sure you embrace that, because that is your fuel for the next relationship. You're gonna be better to find the right man. You're gonna be smarter to read red flags, and also you'll be better in conditioning your relationship with the opposite sex. I think that's I learned that lesson the hard way, but it's good. Another girl said, first thing is you always have to be in control. Your power just gets lost for a bit when you were in that jerk boyfriend, and you know, you lend it to love. What do you mean by that? Find a new why that empowers you so big that the fire in your heart will be subside to any sadness. And you, okay, I'm not gonna read that. And then another girl said, love on yourself. Yes, love. Self love is very important when you are going through a bad breakup, because once you know that you love yourself no matter what, you gonna conquer that heartbreak that you're feeling at that moment. All right. I seen that one. Same with the other answer. Meditate, listen to music, pray, and go to the gym. All right. And then this one. I love this one. Realize that every relationship serve a purpose, and be grateful for what it gave to you to help you grow. Even if it feels negative, you gain new skills to become an overcomer. I love it. The bad breakup will soon change its perspective and become an empowering learning experience on your quest and being your kick-ass self. Yes, woman. I keep on I since my last relationship, I'd been through a lot of girlfriends, how, how they going through with a bad relationship, and I advise from the bottom of my heart. When I give my advice to different women, I really it comes from my heart and it's sincere. Although I am very sarcastic most of the time, I still give a really good advice to women, especially younger women out there, that they never been through anything yet, and they don't know how to actually go through bad situations in a relationship. You know what? You know, I'd I'd rather actually advise young women out there to go through it. The way you will find a better man in the future. Um, as long as you won't get into a situation where they kill you, or you know you have to pass through it. You have to go through it. There's no around it. You have to go through it to be able to be a smart woman in the future, and a tough woman and independent woman. So I suggest you go through it. If you don't go through it, you'll never know how to become tough in the future. Anyways, let me go through this. One woman said, answering the question, what do you do to take back control of your life after a bad breakup? And one woman said, keeps your head up and keep on living. Life gets better and you will see. Cry and then go shopping. I love that. Or another woman said, date someone else. It's a mistake. Don't ever do that. When you are just actually coping up with from a bad breakup, don't you date anyone else, because you are just transferring the baggage, your heartache, what you feel about men to that next man. Please don't. And then self-care and positive people. Stay around with positive people. That way your depression will actually help you. Stay with people who have a positive mind, who went through all these kind of things, and they will give you the right advice. So overall, of this all these women that actually commented on the post, what do you do to take back control of your life after a bad breakup? My favorite are, pray, workout, get through it, you need to feel it, embrace it, because that's your fuel to a better relationship, for a better future for your relationship in the future. Anyways, so that's all the answers, few of the answers that actually been answered to the question of our number one relationship coach, Mr. C. Regi Rodgers. If you want to see all these comments, you guys can all go to his page, C. Regi, Regi, Rodgers, Rodgers. And right now he's not here with me, but he's gonna be back here in 2 weeks. He is traveling right now around the country, doing public speaking about relationship. But this is the question that our number one relationship coach put on his page every week, every Tuesday, every week. And then he answers the question based on all the comments of women on that post. And he answered it through a video the following day, which is Wednesday. And on this post last week, what do you do to take back control of your life after a bad breakup? I want to show you guys his answer to this question. So stay tuned.
Hello, hello, hello. It's another Wednesday. And so you know what that means. I have some answers for you. My answers for Tuesday's question. This is C. Regi Rodgers, number one relationship coach. I try to give you answers from an expanded conscious dating perspective. That's what it's all about. So, as always, you guys have been great with your response. Your answers have been great. And so I want to mix some of your answers in with my answer, because there was an answer that I kept getting pretty consistently. So it was kind of a consensus. So I want to mix that answer in with my answer. So without further ado, let's talk about Tuesday's question. Tuesday's question was, what do you do to take back control, ladies? Take back control of your life after a bad breakup. And again, some of your responses were funny. Some made me think, but they were really great responses. And so I want to keep that vein. I want to always try to give you questions on Tuesday that make you think, so you make me think with your answers. So, how do you take back control of your life after a bad breakup? So here's my answer to you all. First thing that I would say is, getting over the initial discomfort of being alone is the hardest part. But once you get past that specific stage, let me just tell you, life becomes a whole lot easier. It's on the front end that's the hard part. That's where it becomes the most difficult thing. And so I want you to know, though, that the pain will not be forever. And those of you that may be watching this, you can attest to that, because you thought, oh my God, I don't know if I'm ever going to come out of this. I don't know if I'm ever get over this. But now looking back over that, you can say, just like I, that the pain will not be forever, because guess what? Time is your best friend, and time has a way of healing all wounds. Now, here was a consistent answer that I kept getting. A lot of you said cry. So what I want to tell you is, use crying as a cure. I kept getting cry, and after you cry, go work out. Cry, and after you finish crying, go do something else. So what I'm saying to you is, use crying as a cure. The best thing you can do for yourself is to release the pain. Don't suppress it. Don't hold it in. Use If you have to, use crying as a cure. Another thing I want to tell you is take some time off. That's important. Take some time off. Sometimes it seems like it's the end of the world. But guess what? It's not. It is not the end of the world. Your mind makes you think that happiness isn't possible any longer. And that is definitely not the case. You know, the best cure for pain is time. That's the best cure for pain. It is time. And so by resting your mind, resting your heart, resting your soul, you give yourself a chance to heal. And this is also the best time to get to know you, because you got to get reacquainted with yourself all over again. Now, some of the answers that I got was I never lost my control. That's great. But a lot of times in relationships, a lot of women in particularly, you give so much of yourselves, you lose yourselves in a relationship. And for those of you who said you never lost your control, great. But for those of you who feel like, what's the answer to taking back your control? I'm giving you some great PowerPoints here, because let me tell you something. Happiness is within your control. Happiness is within your control. And I want to just finish this off by saying your life isn't over. Taking back control begins with you. You see, those who said they never lost control, they understood that their control began with them. So taking back control begins with you. Just imagine yourself being happy again and enjoying the things that you used to love. Well, those are my answers for Tuesday's question. I hope that they were helpful, and I hope you'll be able to expand, because this is dating from an expanded conscious perspective, and I am C. Regi Rodgers, #1 relationship coach.
Wow. Thank you for that advice, Mr. Relationship Coach Regi Rodgers. Um, you have some good tips on that video. Actually, you actually went through on all the comments, and yes, it's funny, but it's true. And you said time. I like the time. I think it's the best way to heal ourselves is time. We a lot of women actually are kind of like when they get off from a relationship, they are so in a rush to get another relationship, to get or rush into go to another relationship, which is literally the wrong way to cope on a bad breakup. It's not healthy. It's not good. You know what? Since my breakup, I'd been as happy as I could be. I think breakup is really good, actually, to stay away from this relationship. Because when you are opening yourself or putting yourself back into the market, guess what happened? You are looking for something, so for somebody else to break your heart again. So don't ever do that. That's not healthy. Stay away from the relationship for a while or forever. I would say forever. Anyways, guys, I just want to actually shout out to our friend Glenn Dodd for from and what fashion boutique, and I am actually using the cup that he gave me a few months ago. Thank you so much. And anyways, guys, that is all for today's Maria and Regi show. Next week, we're gonna be talking about another question that he asked. Is don't cry, you're good, honey. Why are you in a breakup mode too? But anyways, that's why you're crying. But anyways, next week we're gonna be going over another question that has been asked on on Mr. C. Regi Rodgers' page and his answer to that question. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please stay safe, everyone. Stay tuned for the Fab Life at 7 p.m. And oops, it's actually in few minutes. Stay tuned on that, and stay tuned on our show tomorrow, Honeybees Women Empowerment Show. We're gonna be talking about coronavirus. And also on Wednesday, we're gonna be talking about coronavirus on Maria and Joe Live TV. So stay tuned on all other shows. And we also have the Vegas with Ninon on tomorrow. Thank you so much for staying with us. We will see you again soon. Stay safe, and we love you all. Thank you for staying with us.